Welcome to the Jodcast. This is Joe. This time we're going to be starting something a little different. In episode 74 of our podcast, we sat down and made up backstories for all of the original characters in the Imperial Assault core set. We sat there, kind of brainstormed out outlines of their background, and what I'm going to be doing here is just laying out their story. Obviously not canon, but if these characters are cool, that we thought they deserve stories, so I'm going to be going through the character stories that we came up with in the show, fleshing them out a little bit more. We're going to start with Diala. Diala was the Padawan of Shu Yan, who was a Jedi Knight apparently, during the Clone Wars. So Shu Yan and Diala were on a small stealth intelligence team. It was just them and a small squad of 4 clone troopers. So they would do recon on planets that weren't directly involved in the war, but might be hiding some kind of separatist bases or have valuable intel. The kind of stealth ops type stuff, intelligence gathering. Shu Yan had taught Diala a lot about being stealthy and hiding in plain sight and things like that. Near the end of the war, Shu Yan started having strange, troubling visions he would not share with Diala. So she began to worry about him, but she trusted him because he was her master. One day, shortly after the Battle of Coruscant, Shu Yan and their squad of troopers were scouting intel on Nar Shaddaa. Shu Yan asked Diala to stay put on the moon and that he had to do something without her. So Shu Yan took the small squad of clones with him, promising to return. He wouldn't explain why she couldn't come with or where they were going. So he's just like, I gotta do something, you can't come. See ya. He never came back. Diala was laying low on Nar Shaddaa when Order 66 happened. She never knew what happened to Shu Yan. Her training was incomplete. She was still a Padawan. So she went off on her own, struggled to survive and avoid detection, just laying low. Sometime during that time, she lost her own lightsaber. So she's just kind of on the own, doing her Jedi Heidi stuff. We've seen that before. Eventually, she actually joined up with the rebellion. And she participated in a lot of battles and stuff using like a plastic stick, kind of like Rey does. Then one day a dark force called out to her, something in the force was like, yo, come over to Yavin 4. So she travels to Yavin 4 with a small squad of other rebels who were like, yeah, I guess, sure. Got nothing better to do. Let's go see what this is. She ends up facing these apparitions of clone troopers and defeating them. Eventually she conquers all of these visions and they fade away. There's only a vision of her master standing with his back to her and the 4 clone troopers from their outfit. She sees the clones raise their gun to his back and she can't do anything except silently watch with tears in her eyes. He ignites his lightsaber and lasers fly. When the commotion stops, all 4 troopers are dead and Shu Yan lays on the ground, riddled with blaster wounds. He's breathing slowly. He looks up to the sky and all of the visions fade away. Shu Yan's lightsaber's on the ground. She picks it up and she returns to go fight the Empire. That is the story we came up with for Diala, based on her mission in Imperial Assault and just stuff we thought sounded cool that fit with that mission. Hopefully you got a kick out of that. I'll be making these videos for the other characters, but in the meantime, you can go listen to the episode we did that covered all the characters from the podcast and let us know which one you liked the best.